Betrayal and disappointment are natural parts of relationships. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or a family relationship, we all experience these emotions at some point in our lives. However, dealing with these feelings can be challenging, and it's easy to become lost in a sea of anger, confusion, and sadness. How to navigate through these situations? Do not worry. You can by applying Stoic techniques in your daily life. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us to control our emotions and focus on the things that we can control. Stoicism can help you navigate betrayal and disappointment in relationships. We will look at the core principles of Stoicism, including the importance of accepting the things that we cannot change, and how to cultivate resilience and emotional strength. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how Stoicism can help you find peace and strength in the face of adversity. Betrayal and disappointment in relationships. Betrayal and disappointment are two deeply challenging emotions that can arise in any type of relationship, whether it be a romantic partnership, a close friendship, or even a professional collaboration. The sting of betrayal and the weight of disappointment can leave us feeling shattered and lost. To truly understand these complex emotions, it is important to acknowledge that they stem from unmet expectations. When we forge a connection with someone, we often have certain hopes, beliefs, and ideals about how that relationship will unfold. We trust that the other person will act in accordance with our shared values and treat us with respect and loyalty. However, when betrayal occurs, those expectations are shattered. The person we once trusted has acted in a way that goes against our beliefs and values, leaving us feeling deceived and hurt. Whether it is infidelity, a breach of confidentiality, or a broken promise, betrayal strikes at the core of our trust and challenges the foundation of the relationship. Disappointment, on the other hand, arises when our expectations are not met in a broader sense. It may be the result of unfulfilled promises, unkept commitments, or a mismatch between what we desire and what is actually delivered. Disappointment can be a pervasive emotion, creeping into various aspects of our lives and casting a shadow over our relationships. To navigate betrayal and disappointment, it is crucial to first acknowledge and validate these emotions. It is natural to feel a range of reactions, from anger and sadness to confusion and disbelief. Give yourself permission to process these feelings and understand that they are valid and part of the healing process. Next, it is important to communicate your emotions and concerns with the individual involved. This conversation can be difficult and uncomfortable, but it is essential for healing and potentially rebuilding the relationship. Express your feelings in a calm and assertive manner, focusing on your own experiences and emotions rather than blaming or attacking the other person. In addition to open communication, it is vital to practice self-care and self-reflection. Take time to nurture yourself, engage in activities that bring you joy and peace, and seek support from loved ones or professionals if needed. Reflect on your own role in the situation and consider how you can grow and learn from this experience. Sometimes, the path to healing involves letting go of relationships that no longer serve us, while other times it requires forgiveness and rebuilding trust. Remember, navigating betrayal and disappointment in relationships is a process that takes time and patience. By understanding the roots of these emotions, communicating effectively, and prioritizing self-care, you can find strength in Stoicism and emerge from these challenges with newfound wisdom and resilience. The Stoic perspective on handling betrayal. When it comes to navigating betrayal and disappointment in relationships, the Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights and guidance. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to let go of the things that are not. According to Stoic teachings, betrayal and disappointment are external events that are beyond our control. Rather than allowing these experiences to consume us with anger, resentment, or sadness, the Stoics advise us to cultivate inner strength and resilience. The first step is to acknowledge our emotions and allow ourselves to feel them. Stoicism does not advocate for suppressing or denying our feelings, but rather encourages us to examine them objectively and understand their root causes. Next, the Stoics emphasize the importance of shifting our perspective. Rather than dwelling on the actions of others, we are encouraged to focus on our own character and how we choose to respond. Stoicism teaches us that our thoughts and judgments are within our control, and by choosing to respond with wisdom and virtue, we can rise above the pain of betrayal and disappointment. Another key aspect of Stoic philosophy is the practice of acceptance. We cannot change the past or control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond to these events. By accepting what has happened and focusing on our own growth and self-improvement, we can find strength and resilience in the face of adversity. The Stoics remind us of the impermanence of all things. Betrayal and disappointment are temporary experiences, and by recognizing this, we can cultivate a sense of detachment and perspective. This allows us to approach these challenges with a calm and rational mindset rather than being consumed by negative emotions. Stoicism offers a powerful framework for handling betrayal and disappointment in relationships. By focusing on what is within our control, shifting our perspective, practicing acceptance, and recognizing the impermanence of these experiences, we can find strength and resilience to navigate the challenges that come our way. Practicing emotional resilience. Practicing emotional resilience through Stoic principles can be a powerful tool in navigating the tumultuous waters of betrayal and disappointment in relationships. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy developed by Greek and Roman philosophers, teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept the things we cannot change. When faced with betrayal or disappointment, it is natural to feel a range of intense emotions such as anger, sadness, or even a sense of helplessness. However, by adopting Stoic principles, we can learn to acknowledge these emotions without allowing them to consume us. One key Stoic principle is to differentiate between what is in our control and what is not. In the context of a relationship, we cannot control the actions or choices of others, but we can control our own responses and reactions. By shifting our focus to what we can control, we empower ourselves to choose how we navigate the situation. Another important Stoic principle is the practice of negative visualization. This involves imagining the worst-case scenarios and preparing ourselves mentally for them. While this may seem counterintuitive, it can actually help us build emotional resilience. By mentally preparing for potential betrayals or disappointments, we are better equipped to handle them if they do occur. This practice allows us to cultivate a sense of acceptance and detachment, reducing the impact of negative experiences on our emotional well-being. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with nature. In the context of relationships, this means understanding that conflicts and disappointments are inevitable aspects of human interaction. By recognizing this, we can approach these challenges with a sense of equanimity and a focus on personal growth. Stoicism encourages us to view setbacks as opportunities for self-improvement and to seek lessons and wisdom from difficult experiences. Practicing emotional resilience through Stoic principles is not about suppressing or denying our emotions, but rather about developing a mindset that allows us to navigate betrayal and disappointment with grace and strength. By adopting these principles, we can find solace in the wisdom of the ancient Stoics and cultivate inner peace amidst the storms of relationships. Focusing on what is within your control. Cultivating self-control and focusing on what is within your control is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that can be incredibly valuable when navigating betrayal and disappointment in relationships. When faced with such challenging situations, it is natural to feel a whirlwind of emotions, anger, sadness, and even a desire for revenge. However, according to Stoicism, the key lies in recognizing that while we cannot control the actions of others, we have full control over our own thoughts, reactions, and choices. Practicing self-control involves taking a step back and refraining from impulsive reactions. It is about acknowledging our emotions without letting them dictate our behavior. By cultivating self-control, we can respond to betrayal and disappointment with a level-headed approach. allowing us to make rational decisions rather than succumbing to destructive patterns. Furthermore, focusing on what is within our control empowers us to direct our energy towards productive actions. Instead of dwelling on the actions of others, we can shift our focus towards personal growth, self-improvement, and fostering healthier relationships. This may involve setting boundaries, communicating openly and honestly, or seeking professional support when needed. By adopting a Stoic perspective, we can develop resilience in the face of betrayal and disappointment. Stoicism teaches us that external events do not define our happiness or sense of self-worth. Instead, it encourages us to find strength within ourselves and to cultivate virtues such as patience, forgiveness, and understanding. Cultivating self-control and focusing on what is within our control are powerful tools for navigating betrayal and disappointment in relationships. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can find solace in knowing that our own thoughts and actions are within our control, and we can develop the resilience needed to rebuild trust, heal, and grow stronger in the process. Managing expectations in relationships. Managing expectations is a crucial aspect of maintaining healthy and fulfilling relationships. When we enter into any kind of relationship, whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or a professional connection, we often have certain expectations of how the other person should behave, communicate, or fulfill our needs. However, it's important to recognize that no one is perfect, and expecting others to meet all of our expectations can set us up for disappointment and resentment. Instead, adopting a Stoic mindset can help us navigate these challenges with grace and resilience. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept what is not. In the context of relationships, this means understanding that we cannot control the actions or choices of others. We can only control our own reactions and responses. By managing our expectations, we can approach relationships with a sense of openness and flexibility. Rather than projecting our desires onto others and demanding that they meet them, we can choose to communicate our needs and desires in a clear and respectful manner. This allows for a more balanced and realistic understanding of what can be expected from the other person. Furthermore, managing expectations helps us to cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the positive aspects of our relationships, instead of focusing solely on what may be lacking or disappointing. We can shift our attention to the qualities and actions that bring us joy and fulfillment. Of course, this doesn't mean that we should accept mistreatment or unhealthy behavior from others. Setting boundaries and advocating for our needs is still essential. However, by managing expectations and approaching relationships with a Stoic mindset, we can navigate betrayal and disappointment with resilience and inner strength. We can choose to focus on the lessons and growth opportunities that arise from these experiences, ultimately fostering healthier and more fulfilling connections with others. The unpredictability of human behavior. In the realm of relationships, betrayal and disappointment can be heart-wrenching experiences. We often invest our time, energy, and emotions into building connections with others, only to be blindsided by their unexpected actions or choices. It is during these moments that embracing the teachings of Stoicism can provide solace and guidance. One of the fundamental principles of Stoicism is accepting the impermanence of everything, including human behavior. Recognizing that relationships are constantly evolving and individuals are subject to change can help us navigate the tumultuous waters of betrayal and disappointment. By acknowledging that people are inherently unpredictable, we can shift our focus from harboring resentment or seeking revenge to understanding and acceptance. Stoicism encourages us to embrace the reality of imperfection and to approach relationships with an open mind and compassionate heart. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control the actions or choices of others. Instead of allowing betrayal or disappointment to consume us, we can choose to focus our energy on what is within our control, our own responses and actions. Practicing Stoicism in the face of betrayal or disappointment requires resilience and strength. It demands that we detach ourselves from the outcomes and embrace the present moment. This perspective allows us to let go of expectations and attachments, enabling us to find inner peace amidst the chaos. Embracing the impermanence and unpredictability of human behavior can be incredibly liberating. It frees us from the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable and empowers us to focus on our own growth and well-being. By finding strength in Stoicism, we can navigate the complexities of relationships with grace and resilience, ultimately leading to personal growth and healing. Understanding for others' actions. Developing empathy and understanding for others' actions is a crucial aspect of navigating betrayal and disappointment in relationships. When we encounter situations where we feel hurt or let down by someone we trusted, our initial response may be to place blame solely on the other person. However, adopting a Stoic mindset encourages us to step back and consider the broader context. In Stoicism, there is an emphasis on recognizing that people are fallible and driven by their own unique experiences and perspectives. This understanding allows us to approach situations with a more empathetic lens, seeking to understand the motivations and intentions behind someone's actions. It doesn't mean condoning or excusing harmful behavior, but rather acknowledging that we are all flawed and capable of making mistakes. By developing empathy, we open ourselves up to the possibility of reconciliation and growth. It enables us to engage in open and honest communication, expressing our feelings, while also actively listening to the other person's perspective. This exchange of understanding can lead to a deeper connection and the potential for healing. Moreover, practicing empathy and understanding can also serve as a form of self-reflection. It allows us to examine our own behavior and reactions, fostering self-awareness and personal growth. By striving to understand others, we can uncover underlying patterns in our own actions and make positive changes to enhance our relationships. In the face of betrayal and disappointment, Stoicism teaches us to approach the situation with a compassionate and open heart. It reminds us that we can find strength not only in our own resilience, but also in our ability to empathize with and understand others. By doing so, we can navigate the complexities of relationships with grace and wisdom, ultimately fostering deeper connections and personal growth. Growth opportunities in challenging experiences. Challenging experiences such as betrayal and disappointment in relationships can be incredibly difficult to navigate. They can leave us feeling hurt, betrayed, and even questioning our own worth. However, it is in these moments of adversity that we have an opportunity for immense growth and finding newfound strength within ourselves. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy rooted in self-control and emotional resilience, offers valuable insights on how to approach and overcome these challenging experiences. The Stoics believed that we have the power to control our reactions and emotions, even in the face of betrayal or disappointment. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is to focus on what is within our control. While we may not be able to change the actions of others or the circumstances that led to our disappointment, we can control our own thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By shifting our perspective and focusing on what we can do to improve ourselves and our own well-being, we can find strength in the face of adversity. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of acceptance and embracing the present moment. Rather than dwelling on the past or ruminating on what could have been, we can choose to accept the reality of the situation and find ways to move forward. This acceptance allows us to let go of negative emotions and channel our energy towards personal growth. In navigating betrayal and disappointment, Stoicism teaches us to view these experiences as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. They can serve as catalysts for reflection, introspection, and reevaluating our values and priorities. By embracing the lessons learned from these challenging experiences, we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient in our relationships. While it may not be easy, finding strength in Stoicism can provide a guiding light during times of betrayal and disappointment. By focusing on what is within our control, accepting the present moment, and embracing the opportunities for growth, we can navigate these challenges with grace and emerge with newfound strength and resilience in our relationships. Stoic philosophy to navigate relationships. Embracing Stoic philosophy can be a powerful tool in navigating the complexities of relationships and finding inner peace amidst betrayal and disappointment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and let go of external circumstances that are beyond our influence. When faced with betrayal, rather than harboring resentment and seeking revenge, Stoicism encourages us to practice forgiveness and understanding. By recognizing that people are fallible and prone to making mistakes, we can choose to approach these situations with empathy and compassion, allowing space for growth and healing. Similarly, when confronted with disappointment in relationships, Stoicism reminds us to manage our expectations and accept that not everything will go as planned. By shifting our mindset toward acceptance and adapting to the realities of the situation, we can find solace in knowing that we have done our best and can learn from the experience. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of cultivating our own inner strength and resilience. By focusing on developing our character virtues, such as wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, we become better equipped to handle any challenges that may arise in our relationships. Stoicism teaches us to find peace within ourselves, rather than relying solely on external validation or the actions of others. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and self-reflection, we can deepen our connections with others and foster healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Ultimately, Stoicism offers a valuable framework for navigating the complexities of relationships, helping us to find strength, resilience, and inner peace in the face of betrayal and disappointment. By embracing these teachings, we can cultivate healthier relationships and lead more fulfilling lives. Navigating betrayal and disappointment in relationships can be incredibly challenging, but by embracing the principles of Stoicism, you can find the inner strength to overcome these obstacles. Remember to practice self-reflection, focus on what you can control, and cultivate resilience. By adopting a Stoic mindset, you will be better equipped to handle the ups and downs of relationships and find peace within yourself. We wish you strength and fulfillment in all your relationships, and may your journey towards Stoicism be transformative.